What's up guys, welcome to the video. So for this video, I'll show you guys my method and how I take notes to memorize and encode as much information as I can extract from this video tutorial easily and efficiently without feeling cognitively overloaded or stressed out. But overall, it's a method that I use to memorize Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques anytime and anywhere I want without needing to drill or show up to a gym. Show me a technique and I'll show you guys how I memorize it. For this video, I'll be checking out the Kimura defense and counter from half guard by a YouTube channel called MMA Leech. And I'll try to memorize everything I can from it because I have my friend Sung that I roll with, and he always keeps getting me into this sort of situation where I'm in half guard, I'm about to try to like pass him, and he just gets that Kimura locked on me, and from there on, like if I jump over, he sweeps me. If I move back to side control, he sweeps me somehow. And it's just annoying. It's just like I don't know what to exactly do in that situation. So, you know, with this series, I'm hoping that I'll make it fun by solving these situations by looking it online. So for this video, I'm hoping that I could learn the defense and counter Kimura from half guard. And then record myself later on when I roll with him again to see what's the difference, like if I can actually apply it, what I just learned online to real life rolling with my friend. So yeah, this is gonna be a cool little series I'm trying to do. So I hope you guys enjoy. But anyways, let's get started. Here I have my Anki app open, ready to start my method. I'm using two different types of learning methods for this process called chunking and the pattern method, where first I break the large complex information that I am confronted with into smaller simple pieces by using the chunking method, and then second arrange those simple pieces into a different form where it becomes like a puzzle for my brain to naturally solve in figuring out for the answer by using the pattern method. But anyways, here I have my Anki app. I have the title. I have the source of where the video is from. It's from YouTube. It's by a channel called MMA Leech, and this is the name of the video right here. Kimura defense and counter from half guard. So once I get that all situated, I move to the back of the card, and I'm ready to start the method. So let's start watching the video.
Hi guys, Professor Gustavo here. Today let's take a look on how to defend the Kimura from half guard, okay? Very common attack, especially when I have this hand floating here a little bit, right? And he grabs my arm. So first thing I want to...
All right, so when I look at this, I'm trying to think, how do I turn this very complex thing that I'm looking at, you know what I mean, into just simple ideas. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna start the first situation 1. And I'm gonna look at the timestamp, very important, because, you know, just in case if I ever forget a line of code that I just created and I want to know which part of the video that I can review it again. Let's see, so I'm gonna start with 10. So 10 seconds in the video, this is the mark. Step 1, I'm gonna think about the position right now. My opponent's got my arm and he also gets my legs with, let's see, in that half guard position. So I'm thinking, let's see. Okay, anticipate opponent equals, so I'm thinking about my opponent, of what he's doing in the video to me, so I can get a good a picture of what situation I'm in that. Let's see. Go over plus keep safe. That's that. That. Go under plus keep safe. This is how I'm describing the Kimura lock, essentially. And, you know, And I'm putting a 2 to show that this is what my opponent's doing. You know, if I didn't have a 2 next to this block right here, then it means that I'm doing it. Let's see. So, and then plus HP holding position. So basically half guard, you know, my opponent, this is my opponent, I'm describing him. Yeah, he's in half guard and he's got the Kimura grip and the holding the position of having his 2 legs just wrapped around on my leg. So let's see, if I'm looking at this. Okay. So go over. Go over plus. I'm thinking, sometimes I think when this leg's near my hip, I'm thinking, like, you know, they usually try to frame it. So I'm gonna do FRA for frame. And this is 2 to indicate that's him. Plus, and I'm looking at this leg right here that's under. So go under and go around. So I'm using just simple ideas, simple movements to describe this what I'm looking at. And this gets my brain kind of working, you know, to be like, all right, this is just a simple idea, okay? Nothing to stress out on of thinking some complex, you know, movement or whatever. It's just simple movements, simple movements. All right, so there we go. And let's see, when I look at this, I think of a warning, like it's not a good situation that I'm in, you know? Warning, and I should do the greater sign to, no, actually, let's make it warning, and then let's make it continue from there, you know? Because I'm continuing from there, that's just the situation I have found myself in. And this is the starting point of the video.
Do is I want to defend this with my posture, right? Because if I try to lay on the guy here, my arm starts.
All right, so 19, actually 18. So the last thing we don't want to do is lay on the guy. You know what I mean? We want to keep posture. So how am I like think of that? How am I like convert it into code? This is how. So it's step 2. This is step 2 of the video. Step 2 plus. So we're gonna go. Let's see. This is a warning. It goes warning. Actually, let's keep watching because it's a warning. But what does it mean?
It's bending automatically, and that's what he wants, right? If my arm is bent, he's gonna be able to apply.
Yeah, okay. So it goes ATT, which just means attack, too. So I'm thinking, okay, what's the warning? What can I do in that situation that will make it worse? And it gets me thinking, oh, if I lay on the guy, like go over on the guy, then he'll have leverage, he'll have space to execute, have a higher chance to execute the Kimura from that position. So, you know, I'm not trying to be too descriptive with my notes. I'm trying to like when I'm reading down the line of code, how does this associate and relate to the previous line? And when I see a warning sign, I'm trying to think like why? Why is there a warning sign? And it gets me kind of thinking deeply, what can I do that will get me in a bad situation for him to attack? So that's why when I make the connection to these two connections, W and ATT, I can add more code blocks, but I don't think that would be necessary. Maybe I'll add a little more. Let's see. So if this is not enough, if I see these two blocks that are not enough to get my brain thinking, I can always add, okay, warning equals going over plus going over. So if I go over like this guy right here, oh yeah, equals vulnerable position. There you go. When other people look at my code, it doesn't make sense to them. As long as it makes sense to me, it works, okay? That's all I care about. As long as this code makes sense to me when I read it, then yeah, that's only for me. Anyone who else reads it, you know, they'll be confused of why I do it this way, but hey, it just works. It gets my brain thinking. Anyways, yeah, so I think that's good enough. So warning equals go over equals vulnerable position. Like what I'm doing with this guy, I'm going over and you know, this is a vulnerable position and, you know, giving him an opportunity to attack. So that's not great.
Kimura here, maybe breaking my grip that I'm holding on my own leg right now, he's gonna be able to break that grip, right? Sometimes if I keep holding on my leg, because I'm bent like this, sometimes he can roll me this way and use.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's what I always keep trying to do. You know, like just, all right, well, he got my Kimura, maybe I can just grip my bottom of my thigh here and, you know, hold it, you know, and maybe I'll get tired or something, let go. But he always somehow, you know, just like that, just rolls me over. So, okay, let's get that noted in. So
because I'm bent like this, sometimes he can roll me this way and
wait,
use
was it 37?
On my leg. Sometimes if I keep holding.
Yes, right here. Oh, 0, 36. Okay. 0, 36. Let's see. I'm gonna do a new situation because it's, you know, this is gonna happen. So I want to know. So this is how I do it. So once I start a new situation, right? I try to link it. This is like a way I keep things in order of having everything connected. So I do step 1 again. And this is how I link it. I go to the situation 1. Situation 1, dash. Now I'm gonna go to where I left off, step 2. So this is like literally bookmarking, you know, I'm linking my train of thought. So when I do read it, I can be like, all right, this is where I'm continuing off from. Section 1, this is the section 1 of the first step. And it's every block, you know, every block's included. Because, you know, again, if you watch my previous video, I call these things blocks, like, you know, so 1 block, and if there's a parentheses in the, combine these 2 blocks together, it just becomes a block. So this is how I count the blocks. 1, 2, 3, okay? If there were no parentheses here, right, then I would count it 1, 2, 3, 4. You get what I mean? So the blocks help me combine other blocks together to make it 1. So yeah, this is EB means every block. It's included, you know. Every block, and then that's, let's see, and that's if I go, yeah, this is me. So if I try to grab my arm to my thigh to help stop them to finish the Kimura, then it would be like go under plus keep safe, and this is equals to take away plus make harder. Make harder. So yeah, I'm basically taking away from him to finish the Kimura, and I'm making it harder because, you know, it's hard to finish Kimura when you have a stubborn opponent just keeps holding on to dear life onto their leg. So yeah, let's see. So, and then the sweep. When does the sweep come?
On my leg, because I'm bent like this, sometimes he can roll me this way.
All right, so 42, that's when the sweep. 0, 0. 0, 0. Actually, wait. I'm thinking about it. I don't need to do a step, really. Make it hard. Take away, make it harder. It's less than. Okay, so I don't need to like do that as a timestamp. I can just explain. It's less than to anticipate opponents equals pull. Take opportunity too. You know, so again, he's taking the opportunity to sweep me, so I would translate to this. Pull towards plus drive hard and equals transition to, there you go. This is the parentheses 2 equals, let's see.
And use as a sweep, and then.
Yeah. Safety position 2. Yeah. Okay, that's how I translate what I just saw. This is literally what describes what had transpired in this timestamp. And my brain is making connections with it. Okay.
And maybe start attacking from here. Okay? So I don't wanna.
Oh, okay. Equals take opportunity. It's not take opportunity equals attack too. So yeah, he just said that, you know, once he sweeps me to my side, he got side control and still has that Kimura grip, then yeah, you can attack me at that point. All right, let's go.
Bend my posture. I want to have a nice posture here. So I'm trying to grab his neck, whatever. He shoots for the Kimura. I hold here inside of my leg. And I'm gonna pulse on his hip bone here. So I'm trying to grab his neck, whatever. He shoots for the Kimura. I hold here inside of my leg.
All right, 59. So I'm gonna start the new situation. Situation 3. 0, 0. 59. Step 1 plus, let's see. Okay, I'm linking again. Let's see. All right, we're gonna start from situation 1 on step 1. That's where we're gonna leave off from. Let's see. ST1, situation 1, step 1 dash section 1, okay, and it's every block, EB, plus I'm gonna say from here plus yes, go under plus keep safe equals make harder, and plus it's buys time honestly, buys time, because you know when you're gripping your leg, I'm thinking, all right, well, I can't hold that forever. If the guy is really strong and stubborn with that Kimura grip, eventually my arm is gonna give out. My one arm is gonna give out with his 2 arms, and his whole body just like turning and twisting, and eventually, you know, it's gonna burn my arm off, and I'm gonna let go of that grip, and he's gonna finish the Kimura. So it's basically I'm making it harder for him, not giving my opponent that submission to my opponent that easily, and I'm buying time. Let's see.
Leg, and I'm gonna pulse on his hip bone here.
All right, hip bone, it's at 103. 103 is the hip bone. All right, step 2 plus go over plus post spot.
so I can posture up.
Okay, yeah. That's why. Post spot equals, make it easier. So the go over post spot, I'm going over posting on his hip, and this equal sign equal to make it easy is meaning, oh, I made it easy for me to like start posting my body up. So that equals preferred position equals make harder, because I'm making it harder for my opponent.
All the way up, keeping this arm extended as much as I.
Ooh, okay, that's a little detail. Okay. 108. Subtle detail plus one movement equals IL. IL is basically means what I'm thinking of like in line. So what's a line, right? If I'm having like I'm trying to figure out what does have to relate to, you know, that arm being trapped in this Kimura groove. Well, because it's got to be in line, meaning it's straightening out. I mean, that's how I interpret it, right? It works for me. And you guys would notice that this right here has no step in front of it, because this, when I see this and it has no step label to it, it's basically part of step 2, or the part of the code above the line, you know, giving more information of what I need to, how does this relate to essentially step 2 line of code. So subtle detail, one movement plus inline, and how is this gonna be?
I can, right? See that he's already lifting up here with my posture here. It's very hard to break this if I keep my arm.
Okay, line equals more stronger, because once your arm is more straight out, it's harder to finish the Kimura. The grips becomes harder to hold for your opponent. So let's see, maybe can I add more to it? Make sure. I'm just gonna leave like that, you know. If I can, you know, once I review the card, and if this is not enough, I can always go back and fix the card, add a little more things or change things up to help me recall this specific part of the video more easily. But overall, I don't have to worry. I think this should be good enough. Let's see.
If I hold on the inside of my leg here and keep my arm as close to my body as possible, the further my arm is from my arm, the weaker it is.
Okay, that is a good detail right there.
The further my arm is.
124, the further your arm. That's a good thing to take note of. So I'm gonna say make distance as the way to describe it equals warning equals take opportunity 2 equals ATT 2. But it's less than if I keep my if I'm closing the distance with my arm, make sure it keeps close to my body. Closing the distance equals closing the distance. So I think this is how should I do it, describe it in my head when I try to recall it.
From my arm, the weaker it is, right? So
Yeah.
bring close to my body, block his hip bone here.
Close the distance. Yep, you're closing the distance there.
Which helps me to elevate my body and have a nice posture here. Also, this.
Preferred training. I'm gonna add a little bit here. IL. Because so when I do my preferred position, if I add the IL, it means I'm trying to keep as straight as I can with my back, and I'm trying to keep, you know, a good, straight, strong posture. So, you know, adding that IL, that's how I interpret it, you know. Probably doesn't make sense to you, but it makes sense to me.
And here, because I'm so tall here with a nice posture, If I don't have this hand, he might try to go to his knees and sweep me this way here.
Oh, wait, what?
He might try to go to his knees and sweep me this way here. Yes. So.
Oh, okay.
With a nice posture. If I don't have this hand.
Oh, okay. All right, so 142. Now, okay, so I have to make sure. Shouldn't be really make the situation. I don't think it should be a situation, really. Sometimes. Oh, it's still part of step 2. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so situation 3. Situation 3, just because, you know, I'm starting from here. Okay, situations 3, step 2. See, should I stay? Yeah, section 1. Yes, yeah, I just want to make sure. Section 1, every block. Wait a minute. It's not every block, actually. It's go over and post spot right here, because I'm posting my hand on his hip. So I'm trying to, so this is block 1. So I'm gonna put 1B. There you go. And this is equals takeaway is greater than warning equals anticipate opponent equals SB2, because, you know, he'll sweep me.
He might try to go to his knees and sweep me this way here.
Yep.
Yes.
Just like that. So safety position.
The hand on the hip bone here prevents him from trying to do a hip bump sweep.
Yeah. Take away.
Something like that.
Okay.
Right? Now, so that's the defense. Let's see how to counter these two. Because once I establish this solid position here, I can counter attack him with a Kimura of my own here. All I'm going to try to do is spin his shoulder towards the ground using my body weight here. Keep blocking his hips so he doesn't come on top of me. And I'm going to come here, pinching his shoulder to the ground. And I'm going to elevate, it doesn't come on top of me. And I'm going to come
220. All right, so we're here. We're gonna attack him now. So 220. All right, I'm liking where this video is going. I have not watched this video yet, guys, so, you know, this is kind of exciting to me. Step 3, I can't wait to use it on my friend. Step 3, take opportunity equals, wait, hold on, let me see how he falls again.
keep blocking his hips so he doesn't come on top of me. And I'm gonna come here, pinching his shoulder to the ground. Now I'm gonna elevate this hand all the way towards the ceiling, lifting his hand.
Oh, okay, so from there, he just basically falls back. Okay, move back, plus transition. All right, that's move back, transition, plus keep safe and secure, plus keep contact. That's equals vulnerable position 2. That describes him. He's in that vulnerable position. So equals hold position, because I'm holding position. I don't want to let it go. Wait a minute. So yeah.
Now I'm gonna elevate this hand all the way towards the ceiling, lifting his.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm gonna come here, pinching his shoulder to the ground. Now I'm gonna elevate this hand all the way
224. Okay. 224. Okay. And step 4. Attack, which is equals to
towards the ceiling, lift.
okay, equals. I'm gonna make sure it's ST3. So I'm going to ST3. I'm going down to step 3, and I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Block 3. So step 3. Dash block 3. Okay. Oh wait, well, it's section 1, and then block 3, or third block. It doesn't matter. I'll just say block 3. It's more easier to jump to. Plus pull towards. All right, yeah, because I'm pulling it towards my body.
His hand all the way up. He's already tapping here. It's super, super tight. What you can do, I find very high percentage. As he locks, I'm already going and submitting the guy here, right?
Wow.
Because it's very hard for him to shoot the Kimura and get it locked 100% at once, right? He has to shoot the arm around, connect his hands together, and I have 1 or 2 seconds to start smashing him. The whole goal here is pinning his shoulder to the ground to isolate that shoulder as I lift his hand up, right? So then my body weight, my shoulder is on top of his shoulder, pinning his shoulder against the mat, right? So then my body weight, my shoulder is on top of...
All right, maybe that's a little detail that I want to add. 307. All right. Yeah, important. I'll just make it important. Plus, actually no, it's equal. Important is, yes, keep contact plus keep contact 2 is equal to, well, very strong equals attack. Okay. Very strong plus control. So it only is a very strong when you keep contact with his shoulder when you're pinching it. It's also control. Equals make it easier equals attack. There we go. Okay, that's how I would describe it.
His shoulder, pinning his shoulder against the mat almost. This is not gonna work if I drop weight here. Right? I'm not pinning his shoulder. His shoulder is off the mat. Right?
Okay, 5 to 9.
I wanna drive weight right here. I'm blocking his hip so he doesn't come on top of me. Drop his shoulder all the way, my body weight all the way towards the ground as I lift his hand. I usually get the...
Okay, so once I finally converted all of the information I just learned from this video tutorial into this code form, I then, just basically use the Anki app to help make sure that, to prevent from this new information that just entered my head from spoiling. And so now I don't have to really ever have to worry about forgetting this information, because I'm using using the Anki app, it uses a method called spaced repetition. And with this spaced repetition, it could be weeks to months to even years. It wouldn't matter, because that method, as long as I'm consistent with it, I won't have to worry about forgetting this type of information in the long run, of course. All right, guys, that's really it for the video of how I broke this tutorial down. I'm hoping to get better at this, to really describe this method more and more as I keep on making more videos of it, because it's going to be a series where, yes, I learn this online tutorial, and then I tried to take it onto the mats. I'll be posting a separate video for that later on when I roll with my friend. So anyway guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.